The Mall of Asia, it's full of hotties.
Yeah, I've been there twice.
Secrets you may not know about the Philippines. We're going to tell a big secret of our own, and we're going to reveal one right now. Chrissy, today is September 7th.
And we're supposed to be married right now.
We were supposed to be at the wedding ceremony.
Yeah.
Husband and wife. You still want to marry me?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Depends on the performance.
The performance of who? The paperwork or me?
All of the factors that is affecting this marriage.
So, Chrissy, I was reading this post on a really popular Facebook group called Philippine Expats. Mm-hmm. And somebody posted the question, what is the biggest secret in the Philippines?
Well, there's a lot of people that written there, which is, for me, it's not a secret anymore. But for you as a foreigner that haven't been here yet or just been here in the Philippines for just a few days or, short time, maybe you don't know this yet. So we are so excited to share this with you, and we're going to talk a little bit about it.
So there were 360 comments, Chrissy. We're not going to make people sit through 360, but we went through and we handcrafted a selection of the finer commentary from Philippine expats on Facebook. What is the biggest secret in the Philippines? And we're going to share a really big secret of ours and the number one secret that people said you might not know about the Philippines. Last week we revealed, Chrissy, we have a trike.
That's one of our secrets, though.
Yeah, last week we
just revealed.
People are always saying, "Rob, you're rich. You're rich. You're rich." Not Cheap Charlie here. What do you think?
No, you're not a Cheap Charlie, but what? Stick around. We're gonna reveal something.
Well, what do you guys think? Am I a Cheap Charlie or am I prudent? Because we didn't really need a car and to incur all those expenses. Let us know what you think. What do you think they're gonna say?
They will think that you're
Cheap Charlie.
You're not a Cheap Charlie because we're living in this fancy house and this fancy location, but they will think you're rich.
And I'm rich in relationship, right? Because I met you. And stick around, and for 2 months, I might be married.
Yeah.
She might say yes.
I might say yes. Yeah. Who knows? Okay, now we are going to start with one secret. You go first.
I go first. I will do as I'm told. It's not as cheap as you might think here in the Philippines.
Is it a secret?
I think people sometimes, they watch these vlogs and they get, like I did, a PhD in the Philippines YouTube vlog, and they might have a real thorough understanding. Mm-hmm. But there are things that are just not as cheap as you'd expect. If you're in Makati or if you're in Cebu City and you go to a nice restaurant, you'll pay more, especially if you start drinking alcohol. It's not, when people first get here, they land in Makati, they're not seeing the savings right away.
Yes.
Labor is very cheap. You paid, you got CJ and Popsy a haircut yesterday. What did you pay?
100 pesos each.
How does it look? How does each head look?
Well, it just looked like the same, the same output that the fancy barbershop.
I don't know. Popsy looked like he looks like he's just waking up all the time, though.
Well, he chose to have that haircut. About the prices here in the Philippines, there is like a slice of location here in the Philippines where you can find all the stuff very expensive, like Makati and BGC, or else
in the malls.
Yeah, even here in Cagayan de Oro City, there are like some places that is expensive compared to the other portion of Cagayan de Oro City.
Yeah, okay, here we go. You're up.
Now, second is spaghetti is served at McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's serves spaghetti. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I didn't know that the McDonald's in USA doesn't serve spaghetti. That's what I thought.
And somebody else wrote in, Chrissy, that ketchup and mayonnaise is not free at McDonald's.
Really?
And I'm assuming, this is from comments on Philippine expats. And we had an experience. We were in Manila, and I ordered a iced coffee black.
Without sugar.
Without sugar. The person at the counter, they repeat back to you. So, sir, you would like an iced coffee, large, black? Yes. And then they call your number, you go up and get it. I sat down at the table and I took a big swig and it was just full of sugar. And I went up to the counter and I said, and it was in the afternoon, I said, I just wanted black iced coffee. And she went and asked the supervisor and came back and said, we don't have black iced coffee. It only comes
Without
with sugar. And I said, okay, well, I'll take a hot black coffee. And she said, we don't have hot black coffee without sugar. Now, maybe in the morning they do. Maybe somebody knows. Okay.
Yeah, I think some McDonald's serve hot coffee, but not all of them. Someone wrote Palawan.
The secret of the Philippines. I think people have heard of Palawan.
Well, maybe before it was like a secret paradise in the Philippines, but since that secret became famous, it's now like really known even for those people who haven't been here yet in the Philippines. They already know Palawan.
Yeah, it's hard to get to El Nido. El Nido, I think, is the number. We were there. What do you think? You love it?
Oh yeah, I like it. I really
It's our we toured all over the Philippines. I think it's our number one. But we did what most people do. We flew to Puerto Princesa. We wasted an entire day on a death ride in a van. You're lucky to survive the speeds and the way they drive. And there is an airport 5 minutes from downtown El Nido, and one airline called Air Swift will fly you there. Boom, you're in town within 5 minutes. And you can fly nonstop to El Nido to Boracay. So you can do the El Nido Boracay connection, avoid that Puerto Princesa van ride. Now there's things to see in Puerto Princesa and there's Port Barton and other things to see in Palawan. But overall, I think Palawan is like the most tropical paradisey island in the Philippines, least likely to be impacted by a typhoon also.
Well, when it comes to like good beach and the white sand beach, the real secret is there are a lot of white beaches that lies in somewhere here in Mindanao, especially in my hometown.
And Camigan Island, you can almost see it. It's,
but Camigan is not like a tourist.
A little bit. Peter said it was very quiet and calm there. He thought it was his favorite part.
But I would say there are a lot of secret paradise that you can find in my province, in Zamboanga del Sur, and also in Zamboanga City. I've been there, but it's not like that type of place
Not touristy.
That foreigners wanted to go. But there's like a pink beach there, a pink sand beach. Yeah. It's really a secret paradise.
In Zamboanga?
Yes, and there's an island there that I've been. I went together with an army, and it was just so beautiful, like El Nido, and it's like a combination of El Nido and Boracay.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
It's really a secret.
Is this one mine? Okay, let's see what we got here. The Mall of Asia, it's full of hotties.
Yeah, I've been there twice.
You see, Chrissy was there once with me. You were there once by yourself, apparently.
Actually, 3 times already.
Oh my God, you guys missed your chance. We have been telling people, like, if you come here and you're single, they should go to
Mall of Asia.
No, we've been telling them IT Park in Cebu City. If you come without a girl, if you're single and ready to mingle, park yourself in the IT Park in Cebu City for 5 to 7 days.
Year 2022, I've been in Manila with my sister.
For 30 days.
Yeah, because I tried to look for a job, and then she brought me to Mall of Asia.
Yeah, they have an IKEA there even.
Yes, and I've seen a lot of foreigners, but
I'm so lucky you waited for me.
Nobody had ever approached me to ask number or whatever, or show interest. Yeah. Nobody really. So I don't think. Yeah, I think maybe most of those foreigners that are looking for Filipinas in malls, they're also looking for Filipinas who are
city girls, huh?
Sexy and full of makeup.
Their loss is my game, baby.
Yeah.
2 months until we're married, then I'm I can finally relax. Okay.
Okay. Secret. Where to find a good pizza. Until now, it's a secret. I don't know where.
I don't think there is good pizza in the Philippines. I did see a posting also on Philippine Expats. Someone asked the top 10 places to get pizza. There were lots of them in Subic Bay and Manila that people wrote in Cebu. I've tasted a few slices here, and it was, I don't know what they're calling that cheese they put on top. It's sort of like sugary sauce, that white sauce. Yeah.
The good thing about us Filipinos, we haven't tried the best good pizza yet. That's why our pizzas here were contented, and we consider it as really good pizza.
You do.
Already.
It's I'll buy a pizza and I take one bite and I'm oh my God, it's and they like it, the Filipinos. Yeah.
Maybe if I'm gonna try the best pizza that you have tried in your life, maybe I will change my mind.
I said, I asked Ivan when he just got back from a month in New Jersey, what the first 2 things he went to go eat. He said a slice of New York style pizza and a cheeseburger.
Okay, next. access to your bank account. That's a
It's top secret. This is actually the single most top secret thing in the Philippines is my PIN number. No matter how hard she tries, she just can't get it.
No, I didn't even try. I did not
Everything
try.
else has been discovered, but this is the last line of defense.
Yeah, you should put wall on the pin.
You need a firewall here in the Philippines between you, your information, and your. Gentlemen, delete all those sexy pictures before you get here. Is all I can say.
Well, that's really it's kind of like funny, but it is a secret that you should do as well. Like no matter how you trust your Filipino already here in the Philippines, especially if you just together in a year, you know, you should really keep your bank information secret. Just keep it in yourself. You know, there's
I think
you have nothing to lose.
Most guys can do that. It's do you cleanse your cell phone and become transparent on Facebook, things like that. I think that's a good tip. They should do that before they meet as someone special. Okay, here we go. Moving on from that sensitive subject, a boodle fight.
What kind of fight is that?
So, Chrissy, you're the Filipina here. What is a boodle fight?
A boodle fight is the style of eating together. We don't use plate, we don't use spoon, we just use our hand, and we put all the food in a banana leaf on the table.
So the table just has these giant banana leaves, and they dump all the food on the table.
Not really dumb, but you know, they put all the different types of food there by, you know.
And everybody just reaches in.
Yes.
Now, let me ask you, is there one hand you use for the bathroom and you're supposed to eat with the other hand?
Yeah, we usually use our right hand because we're like most of us like right-handed.
So that's a boodle fight. If you ever hear that term, sometimes at a restaurant they'll have it on the menu, a boodle fight.
Yeah, like it's fun when you're with your friends, with your family. You know, it's really fun. Boodle fight.
Boodle fight.
Food fight.
It's like it turns into a food fight.
No one in the Philippines.
By the way, you know, in my fraternity, if there was a food fight, the first person to throw $10 fine. That was 1970 something. $10 was a lot of money, and then each person thereafter $5.
Sometimes the first person that will touch the food.
Sometimes there were so many guys throwing food because it was a lousy meal that the treasurer couldn't write down the fines fast enough. They didn't have video back then. They could have made a fortune if they had closed circuit. They could have just recorded all the throwers.
So the U.S. also have boodle fight?
It was not a food fight.
Food fight.
Yeah.
I don't know why they call it boodle here.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, next is, no one in the Philippines can keep a secret. There is a thing here we called the walking radio.
That's called a Filipino is a walking radio.
Yeah, the walking radio is a man or a woman that spreading
chica,
gossip.
Marites. We call it Marites and chica. What is the difference between Marites and chica, by the way?
Oh, chica is the topic.
Oh,
That's
really?
The chica.
Oh, like
the
cheating
content.
or husbands that spent money he didn't have. That's chica.
Like, for example, I am a marites. I am a gossiper.
A gossiper.
Yeah, I'm a gossiper. They call me marites.
Oh.
I am bringing chica always to people.
You're not a marites, and you are you're the kind of gal that women like to share the chica with, but you don't really give a lot of chica back. And all I can say is, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I would hate to be in a relationship with a woman who shared all of my business with the whole neighborhood.
I'm scared that you know, people will hate me because of
because you don't give back?
No, people will hate me because I, you know, what they call
spread
this?
Gossip?
I transfer information.
Let me ask you, if you have 10 women, are 6 or more marites?
We're all
eight or all a little bit marites.
Like, even if I don't spread the chica, but I like hearing chica,
sure.
so
Who
I
doesn't?
can be considered marites.
Because you absorb.
Unless if I'm just, you know, I'm not interested with that topic, I don't want to hear about it, then I am like zero marites in me. But when really, what happened?
Of
Something
course,
like
we all want to.
I consider myself marites as well in that situation.
Yeah.
So before, we just call the people walking radio.
And what is it? You take two halves of a coconut, you take a string between the two, and you hold it to your ear, and you get the marites?
Yeah, that's
the Philippine telephone.
Yeah, the Philippine telephone before. It's like just kind of like a play of children. So
The
it's
big
really
secrets
nice.
are so, because you're still hanging on to the big secrets.
Yeah.
Okay.
I folded
All
it.
right. We're coming to the big secrets. Me? Okay. All right. The women are the most beautiful in the world. You know, people, Chrissy, they've been writing to me and saying, dude, like, what are you doing? You're telling everybody the Philippines is so reasonably, I've got a bee in my ear. You're telling people the Philippines is so inexpensive. The women are gorgeous. The cold weather in the morning is perfect every day. You're ruining it for everybody. You're gonna be the single per reason so many foreigners move here, and you're gonna drive all the prices up and ruin it for everybody.
Maybe 50 years later.
Maybe 50 years later. Yeah, relax. You know, even in Dumaguete, you don't run into that many foreigners unless you hit a few specific coffee shops or you go out to a few bars at night. Here in Cagayan de Oro, we might have like 200 expats living in the metro area. Yeah, you'll see one or two in the mall. Typically, you know, it's rare you wouldn't see one. And but you just don't see very many expats. How could they? In our neighborhood, we have one British guy, 3 Americans out of like 50 homes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're safe. Come on to the Philippines before 50 years.
Before it will be too crowded for foreigners.
Hey, Chrissy, while I'm on the subject, you know, I'm getting so many emails and new clients of people who are just taking the plunge. I think it's your impact. I think they're not really listening to me. They're looking at you and they're going, damn, this guy Rob, he's not that good looking. If he can get a woman like Chrissy, like maybe I'll come try my luck. Well, I'm just saying, maybe that's what they're saying in their heads. They're saying, I'm not that young. You know, I bought a trike and I didn't buy it. We had Popsy's trike.
Well,
you know.
I'm not young either.
So I think they all want a woman like you. And there's a stampede of guys coming. Yeah.
Oh.
You need to start cloning yourself. That's what you need.
Yeah, if only I can. But I don't think so. Like, you know.
But last week also, before we get back to our secrets, we met a couple of expats that were in town with their Filipinas. So happy, like so many good success. I've been hearing so many success stories. And then I talked to another client last night. He used the 36 questions to great success. And we met a couple that met in the first 5 days they were online just last week. Yeah, she was an OFW and they met, he was online less than 5 days, boom.
Yeah.
So, you know, it can happen. There's a flood of guys contacting me that are telling me they're coming in October. October, I don't know why, that seems to be the month. The best, here's a secret, the best weather in the Philippines is really December and January. The wet season, and I like the rainy season, you get a lot of cloud cover, but the best weather, a lot of people believe, is after Thanksgiving. The rainy season ends right around Thanksgiving, and a mild summer season begins, and it doesn't start to get super hot until April 15th. Like, you don't really want to come April 15th to May 31st. And then the rainy season starts right around May 31st. And when it comes, I'm so happy to see the rainy season, get that cloud cover. And but yeah, so I think if you came December 15th to January 15th, you would avoid the high price of Christmas travel, and you'd go home before Chinese New Year if you only had 30 days. But coming right after Thanksgiving is a good time to come, but it's hard to stay a month. You get caught with a higher price at Christmas.
You know, that kind of information is not really a secret, but only few people knows about it, and you're one of them. So if you need a lot of information from Rob, he really knows a lot of things in the Philippines.
Oh, yeah.
You can,
I knew how to meet you.
Yes, you can really book a private consultation, and we're gonna put the link
there's
in
a
our
link.
description.
You know, Google every year announces their predictive tool, and yesterday they published for the 4th year their prediction for when to buy holiday tickets, Thanksgiving travel tickets. And 21 days before was the sweet spot for, you need to buy 21 days or earlier for any kind of holiday domestic flights. Midweek travel, even if it's on a holiday week, is still 25% cheaper than weekend travel. And international tickets, you should be buying roughly 25 to 51 days beforehand. Here in the Philippines, domestic flights will run, including a seat and luggage, even around $50. But if you buy them in that last 14 days, 20 days, 7 days, you can pay double.
Yes. And for more information, just send us an email at flymetothephilippines@gmail.com, and Rob can talk to you
Yeah.
privately as well. And
Okay,
to continue
to our
our
secrets, yes.
Okay, now next is the Burr months.
The what? Oh, the Burr months.
Burr months.
I know, I've learned this. So September 1st was just 6 days ago, Chrissy. We
Merry
went.
Christmas,
Yeah,
everyone.
We went to Ayala Mall downtown, CDO, and people were lined up to have their pictures taken with,
The Christmas tree. I had one.
in the malls. September 1st, the Christmas decorations go up, the Christmas music goes on. One of my friends said to me, I don't know how the employees in the mall can stand to sit there blaring Christmas music for 4 months a
The
year.
thing here in the Philippines is we love Christmas.
Apparently.
We really love Christmas. I don't know. It's like the presents that the Christmas, even the Christmas name here is like, it will give you peace and happiness inside, and like there's something in it. Like the spirit of Christmas here is very affecting people.
So, Chrissy, explain what the Burr months are.
From September to December.
September, October,
Yes.
November, and
all
December.
all the months that ended with the
Burr.
syllable
Burr.
Yeah.
Okay, you heard it here.
It is one of the start of the Christmas.
It's Christmas season, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We really need snow here
Yeah.
to make it perfect.
Yeah, okay. All right, here we go. Every bar girl has a live-in partner and kids.
Yeah, someone wrote that in the comment. But actually, not just bar girl.
Every
There are-
girl, every Filipina.
No, not every
You
Filipina.
didn't have a boyfriend, but you had a kid.
I have a kid.
But you were in the middle of an annulment, so
Yes.
you weren't really single.
Well, no, I'm not. Technically, wasn't.
Technically.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So let's go. So what he wrote was, he said, listen, don't fall for that stuff. Like when you meet a girl, a bar girl, and she says she doesn't have a boyfriend, she doesn't have a kid. He says 100% they do. Okay, what do we got next?
The big secret.
The big secrets. There's only one, or there's two on one pit. You have one. Oh. And then we're going to tell our personal
Yes,
secret.
our
We're going to share
personal
something.
secret.
The biggest secret that was mentioned on the Philippine Expats Facebook group about the Philippines, about Luzon, and talked about World War II. There was a general named Yamashita, a Japanese general. And rumor is all the gold that had been stolen throughout the Japanese rampage through Asia, Southeast Asia, was taken here to the Philippines and hidden in the northern Luzon. Some people think it was put at the bottom of wells. The wells were dug deeper and then covered up. And people have been going crazy ever since trying to find Yamashita's gold. And there's
haven't found yet.
well, there was a guy named Rizal, not the famous president Rizal, but a guy named Rizal in 1971. He claimed to have found Yamashita's gold, and there was a big brouhaha. And according to the internet, which is never wrong, it's really never wrong. Then President Ferdinand Marcos imprisoned him. Some say he had a rough go of it in prison, but they never got it out of him where
Maybe he buried it again.
Maybe he
somewhere.
buried it again. So he did not give up Yamashita's gold. And to this day, it is considered the biggest secret in the Philippines. Where can Yamashita's gold be found? Have you ever gone looking for it?
You know what? There's a lot of people that call me gold digger, but I don't have a plan to dig for Yamashita's treasure. It's a lot of work.
And our own personal secret that we want to share.
Yes.
You may have heard this previously. It's not like a giant secret, but Chrissy, you're one of 5 siblings,
Yes.
and your youngest sibling is a half sister,
Yes.
and she is 6
6
and
years
will turn 7 next month.
Next month.
Yeah, October.
No, November.
November, okay.
Yeah.
And so she's 6, and she's the cutest thing, and she's super smart.
Mhm.
And we have invited her to live with us, along with your son CJ. And but we don't think we're going to get her, but we're still trying.
Yeah, I think my my mother and my stepfather aren't giving her up with us, although we kind of like give some offer financially?
We've been tempted to sweeten the offer, but we're holding back. We don't really want to have her come against her parents' wishes. But we think it would be great if she lived here with CJ. Instead of CJ growing up an only child, he'd have a sister, cousin, aunt, actually, right? His aunt.
And I'm sure there will be a lot of viewers. I mean, those bitter viewers that will comment down here, and then they will say you're not contented with CJ
People
yet.
are just taking advantage of me. I'm paying for this. I'm paying for that. You know, one of the commenters we got 2 weeks ago wrote in this crazy nice comment, and she said, "Thank you for sharing how your father and his wife are helping our lives. You know, so often expats are portraying their family members as greedy and needy and taking advantage of and money sponges. They say they're the walking ATM." But she said, "Thank you for showing and sharing how..."
Different feedback.
Yeah, like I was talking how Popsy gets my golf bag ready at 4 a.m. on Thursday, and my shoes are all clean, and he's, you know, driving the trike, and he's helping around the house, and his wife is doing our laundry, and our house is always clean. And when we entertain, it's so effortless because we have help, and they're helping with CJ. You know, there's 4 adults in the house. So, you know, there's a small financial cost to have them here, but the help that they provide us is just crazy. There's no comparison for what the additional cost in food and, you know, contribution to them is compared to what they give back to us. And, you know, I personally think that your sister would benefit greatly by going to private school and having a good education and having good health care and good protein on the table. And CJ would really benefit by having, and, you know, I'm very selfish. I think it's easier to raise 2 children than 1. I think having 2, you know, they interact with each other, they have someone to play with. They're only a year apart.
You know, there is a really different situation that we have compared to other Filipino foreigner relationship, because for you will tell me that you're lucky because my parents, your in-laws, are not the same people that you usually heard from others, that they are like relying on you, they ask for money, they ask for anything, you know, something like that. And you said you're lucky because they're not like that.
Right.
They didn't ask for anything. And in my side as well, for my parents, my family, they will also say that you're different because you're the kind of foreigner that different from what they thought, because what they thought is foreigners doesn't want to have family in their house. They don't want to have family to be involved in our life, you know. Yeah. But you are like, you're the one who initiate to invite my parents here in the house, invite my father and his girlfriend to be with us, you know. So it's kind of like different. And I am hoping that for those who wanted to be here, they will also have the same situationship with the in-laws.
I think, you know, 95+% of expats live about an hour or an hour and a half away from their Filipinas family. You know, I could see if you were 15 minutes away, it would be hard to keep the refrigerator full. And, you know, if you're over 2 hours away, then they sleep over and they might spend a week or 2. If they're within an hour and a half, they're going to get on their motorcycles and go home typically. But I like, you know, your brother came up 7 hours by bus to help us move 6 months ago. And it's nice to have family. And you are so connected to your family. It would be almost a cruelty to keep you away. You were willing to live in Dumaguete or up in Baguio or in Davao. And you can fly home, and there's an airport in your hometown. We could get you with connecting flights and long delays at the airports. It could have been done, but I just think it's easier, and the sweet spot is to be like an hour and a half from your Filipinous family. That's not really a secret. We shared that before. Do you have any secrets that you want to reveal? I mean, this is the secret video. What do you think? Anything you want to say?
We get the same questions. I was like, do you still have any secrets that you want to reveal that they didn't know and I don't know?
I've already revealed.
Yeah, I think I already revealed mine. Like, we're so very, you know, transparent to each other and everything that we had experienced in our past life. In our past life, without you in my past and without me.
Your Facebook page goes back to like when you were 15. I can look every week. There's like 3 posts from the age of 15 on.
Yeah, I think I'm an open book.
Yeah, and mine goes back like 10, 12 years too.
Okay, so there you have it, all the secrets that we shared today.
From our patio overlooking the Cagayan de Oro River.
Only here from Fly Me to the Philippines.
Ooh, marry me.
See you on our next video. Yes!